So, hello. How are you?
Hey, good. Just sitting here before this tornado comes.
That's very scary.
Yeah, it's very awful, terrible time.
Well, introduce yourself and you can say some things about your background and kind of like what got you into cheering and where you're at right now.
Okay, I got you. So my name is Javon Kendrick. I go by Jay, mostly known by Jay. I have been cheering for I don't know how many years, but since 2016. Born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, and I currently cheer at the University of Alabama. I cheered at actually I'll just start my whole story now.
Yeah.
I got into cheering. I had no interest in cheer at all. I used to play football and basketball before I started cheering. And my little sister, she always did competitive cheer. So I always thought it was so cool, like football players, like when you go to the touchdown, you want to be able to do a backflip. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I was like, I want to be able to do that. But like so I went to this open gym at my old hometown gym called Platinum Athletics, and I went to the open gym just before I started cheering. I was doing front flips on the tumble track to my butt, those little ratchet ghetto front flips. And these kids, they were having a back handspring competition. And during that, they had looked at me. They're like, "Hey, like, why are you here? Like, you don't know, like, if you don't know how to flip, like, you shouldn't be here." Yada
Yeah.
yada yada. So it hurt my feelings. I was like, what, like 15 or 16 at the time. It hurt my feelings a little bit, and then I just used that as motivation. And I was like, okay, like, since y'all don't think that I can do it, then I'm gonna show you what I can do. So I used to always go to like my sister's practices. Look up on YouTube, literally type in like how to do a backflip. Yeah,
Oh,
literally like stuff like that. Literally would jump on the trampoline, and then there came to this one point where this kid, he had came over. He was like, "Hey, you want to play a game of tramp?" Which is basically like horse and basketball,
mm,
but flipping. And then he was like, "Okay, I'll start it." I was like, "Okay, like sure." I gotta act all cool because I'm like, even though I know,
as you should.
even I know darn well that I don't know how to do a flip. I'm like, okay, you go first. So of course he does a backflip, and I don't know how to do a backflip. So I'm like, okay, okay, this is my time. This is my time. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. But I gotta act confident, like act like okay, like I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
So I'm jumping, getting ready. I go for it. I go for the backflip. I'm in the air. I'm doing the backflip. I land straight on my
Oh
head.
no.
It was awful. It was terrible. But then he started laughing. I was like, "Oh no, 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 no! That was my warm up. That was my warm up. I just
Oh, okay.
bailed. Yada yada yada." And then I actually did it the second time. And then ever since then, I was like, "Okay, like I can actually do a backflip. Like I want to start learning the other stuff." So about a few weeks later, I get a full, and then like a month or two later, I got a double,
A
and like it just
month?
started coming. Yeah, it started coming like really, really easy to me. And so the owner of the gym, he was like, "Hey, like, have you ever thought about like doing competitive cheer? Like, you should try out." And I'm like, at first, I'm like, "Nah, I'm not trying to do that like cheer stuff because I still have that like stereotypical like cheer thing in my head, even though obviously cheer isn't that." But so then I tried out. I made the restricted five team at the time, and then like about a couple weeks later, I think I put me on the world team
Wow.
for the first time. So yeah, so and then the next year I ended up moving gyms for personal reasons. I went to Cheer St. Louis, and then 2018 I moved to Texas to cheer Athletics,
Mm.
Cheetahs, and that was a big jump for me because it really made me I had decided I want to graduate, and at the time me and my family were living with my grandmother, and like she was starting to get sick,
Mhm.
and stay with her, or do I move to like try to join this new like large co-ed team? Yada yada yada. So I ended up making the move, obviously, as you know. Ended up making the move to cheer at Chet Lakes Cheetahs, and then at the time we were like, okay, like I'm on the team, like I made it, I finally did it, and then next thing you know, we're like, okay, well, we're here in Texas, but where are we gonna stay?
Yeah.
So literally, I had nowhere to stay. but we ended up having to stay. We ended up staying in the extended stay hotel
Wow.
for about a year and a half.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so that whole entire year we ended up staying in that extended stay hotel, and I used to literally come I would literally drive to school in my 2001 Chevy Caliber. It's awful. That was terrible. I
Oh
didn't have a
no.
radio in it. I had to put my phone in the cup holder. Oh, it was awful. Yeah. And then go to school like that, and then right after I would just literally go to practice, and then right after that, go back straight to the extended stay. And then at majors of 2018, after we had won, I ended up actually getting my mom brought me and my little sister up to this part of the hotel or whatever, and she had said that my grandma had passed. She had passed away, so it was really hard for me because that year I had moved, and knowing I was leaving my grandmother and you know, just like that. So it's really hard for me. But then that entire year, so I dedicated that whole entire year to my grandmother, and we ended up going undefeated and winning world. So that was really cool. That was really cool. And the world medal that I got, it had a pink little strip in it. It was weird. It was a little flaw in it. But my mama said to me, she was like, you should say, you know what that means? That's your granny, whatever. So it was so emotional.
Watch
Yada
it.
yada.
That's so
Yeah,
sweet.
it was really emotional. But then after that, fast forward 2019, I ended up so at first I didn't make Navarro in 2019. I ended up getting put on later, a few weeks later, but
Yeah.
at first I didn't make the team. And then I ended up getting put on a few weeks later. And then that whole entire year, actually midway through the year, I ended up breaking my hip.
Mm.
And you out. All right, bro. So I ended up breaking my hip doing a 1.5 and landing in a split.
Ooh.
That was awful. Oh, it was so bad. So I did not make mat that year. And 2020, COVID happened.
Yeah.
That was so devastating. So devastating. Just because I know so many teams work so hard, and I know we really worked hard, and we were so excited to perform that year. But that happened, and yeah, after that, 2021, we ended up competing at Navarro. Well, I competed with Navarro. I was on mat. We competed, and then we ended up losing by 0.15.
Mm.
That was really tough. That was really tough.
Worst.
But I mean, number one rule in cheer is if you hit, you win.
Yeah.
So,
True.
and TBCC hit, and we didn't. So therefore, they won, which was well deserved because they hit.
Mm.
So, and yeah, that's about it. Quick recap on Jay's cheer life.
For real, I did not know all that about you. Dang, that's
Yeah.
that's really cool though. Inspiring.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'd love it. Okay. Well, let's see. So I saw you at UCA in
Mm-hmm.
was that January, I think?
Yeah, January.
Yeah,
About
I was
early January.
for the all girls stunt comp. And you also were competing in the co-ed stunt comp. How was that?
Yes.
Y'all did
Very. You said what?
I was amazed. Y'all did good.
We did awful.
Okay, stop.
We did not do that good. We we definitely did not do what we wanted to, but was definitely worth the experience, and it was very different than what I expected. It was just so weird being on a floor completely by yourself and everyone watching you.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was really crazy, but it was cool. Everyone was just cheering for you, but it was
Yeah,
really scary. But don't
yeah,
say y'all did awful, okay?
we did awful.
No.
But it's okay because I'm coming back next year for partnership,
Hey,
and
yes,
it's gonna be way better.
yes. Yeah, that was a cool experience though. Very, very
Yeah,
cool. I don't know.
yeah,
That was the weirdest feeling, and that was the first time, but kind of both of us competed again in a long time, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, well, technically not really for me because I competed in Daytona 2021.
Yeah, you're right.
So I guess not really, not for me at least.
Wait, when y'all competed in Daytona, so that was like when you could either submit a video, because that's what we did.
Yes,
When you
yes.
compete. So how was it when you competed there? Was it like, was there no one there, or was it just regular?
No, it was actually quite a bit of people there. Not as packed as it was when I was there in 2019,
Yeah.
but it was still a good amount of people there. And the only thing that was different is that we didn't compete in the Ocean Center. We competed on the band show both days. So that was actually really good.
Nice. That's really
Yeah,
nice.
that was really nice.
Oh, I wish we could do that.
Yeah.
Well, how is Daytona? Because I've never been. And actually,
Uh
my team hasn't been except for like two people because of COVID. So please
yeah.
explain.
So Daytona, I personally feel like it's probably one of the most chill, most laid back like competitions I've ever competed at or been to. So it's just like I mean, it's all college students. We're all at the beach. Everybody loves the beach. Like, come on. And we're literally competing outside and like the band show, it literally feels like it's not so much of a spring floor, but it's like bouncy.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice. But other than that, yeah, Daytona is probably one of my favorite competitions, honestly.
Really, you like it more than UCA?
Okay, I get that question a lot, and I feel like it's two different
Different.
vibes, but at
Mhm.
the same time, I like both of them, if that
Yes,
makes sense.
I completely agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I very much agree. It's very, you have to be in a different mood for each one, I feel like.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. I agree. Just because, like, I mean, like UCA, like we're in like the arena area, and like you can see all like the people in front of you,
Yeah.
and I thought that was really cool. But at Daytona, like you only see like I don't even know what you see, honestly. I don't even think I saw anything. Like I could see the people in the front. I saw
Yeah.
Monica. I saw people in the front, but like past that, it is like a whole bunch of little ants
Whoa,
screaming.
that's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Aw. Well, do you have any advice for our team? We're competing. We have a game day division, and then we have a
Hmm.
small co-ed division. I'm on small
Okay.
co-ed, and like I mean, game day. There's a big team too. But
Yeah.
do you have any like advice or anything you want to say to like our team?
Honestly, just trust the process. I mean, you put in so much work, you put in so many hours, so don't just because you're going to compete, don't change what you've been doing at practice. All the good things at practice, don't change that just because you're on the floor. I think that's the biggest thing that people make big mistakes in is that like when they go out to compete, they try to do so much extra, so
Mhm.
like that. So that's what like I always try to preach, and I know some of my past coaches try to preach like practice how you compete because when you practice how you compete, when you compete, it's gonna feel just like practice.
That's so true. So true.
Yeah. So I that's definitely one, and also trust one another.
Yeah.
Really, like really trust in one another. Know that your teammates are gonna do it for you, and that you're gonna do it for them, and everything will fall into place. Because once you hit your routine, all you want to focus on is hitting your routine. Once you hit your routine, it's just only up to the judges.
Hmm.
So you don't want to worry about because I think that's one of the big things that like because I've been on teams that's won, I've been on teams that's lost, and like when you focus on winning so much, you forget about the hit so much because you can't look at winning if you can't even hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So really focus on that. But other than that, I know y'all gonna kill it though. So
Hey,
go
you're
out there and kill it.
I feel like we are. Our team dynamic. I've like never had something like this team before. We're
That's amazing.
I love it.
That's
I love
amazing.
it. Yeah. What about you and Alabama? How's that going? Is it different? Did
Uh,
it change?
it yeah, it's different. It's very different, but it's going pretty good. I mean, it's just weird that we have to like cheer so much for like other sports.
Yeah.
So that's really different. I mean, we did that in Navarro too, but like here we got to go to like the SEC tournaments. national championships, all that stuff. And like Alabama's big at like the other sports too. So like we go to like a lot of events and stuff like that. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Like game day's 10 times better than Navarro. 10 times better than
Yes. Oh,
Navarro.
I bet.
Yeah, I used to hate cheering at Navarro games, but now I can cheer at football games all day here.
Yeah. No, I bet they're so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of have the same. Like we cheer for gymnastics and wrestling, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah. I felt that. Honestly, though, gymnastics meets are probably one of my favorite to cheer at.
Oh, I mean,
Honestly,
they're
it's
crazy.
so it's crazy and it's so chill.
Yeah, and the crowd's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. What about y'all's team? Y'all are done with your season, right? Or what's like?
yeah, yeah. So we're done with our season. All we had to do was cheer for basketball, and we lost first round.
Ugh.
So therefore, we do not have to cheer for basketball anymore. Yeah. So we're basically done. We practice. We have our end of practice is March 31st, and then we're basically done all the way up until tryouts.
When is tryouts?
Uh, Good question. I should know that, but I don't know. I think like video submissions are due like April something, and then we got like in person in like May,
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah. We have like the same, I think.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do for the future? You have any plans or anything new? What year are
For
you
the,
in Alabama?
I'm a junior.
Okay, yeah, same.
Yeah. What what career
Just like
path am I going
what's
for?
coming up or career. Just what do you want to do?
Okay. Future coming up. Hopefully, like the thing I was telling you before, hopefully this works out. I'll be able to compete one last time this year.
Oh,
So that's T.
that is some
That's T.
tea.
Yeah, that's T. So we're gonna let that be T,
Yeah.
and y'all can take it how you want.
Oh my
And
God. I'm
then
hoping that for you. Like,
and then after honestly just doing clinics again. Like I usually do clinics throughout the summer, go to different gyms,
yeah.
and like being able to like give back to kids and like give them advice, like my knowledge or whatever, and like make sure they have a good time like throughout the summer. So I'll be going on tour again for that, and that'll be really fun.
That's so cool. I love that. I really do.
Yeah,
Like you have so much to share. I did not know all that about your story, but that's like crazy
yeah,
inspiring. I'm sure a ton of people would like take your advice.
yeah. Thank you, I
I
appreciate
would need it. Lord knows I need it.
it.
Well, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to talk about?
um, I mean, if you have any other questions, feel free to.
Let me think. I don't know. I mean, we can always do another episode. I appreciate you being on this episode for real.
Oh, of course. I did my first podcast like a month and a half, 2 months ago,
Yeah,
and it was so fun.
it is fun. Like it's so
Yeah,
just talk.
yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, no, so yeah, definitely. Have me on another episode. I love podcasts.
Oh my God,
So fun.
because I want to get this freaking podcast going. Like I've posted some episodes, but I don't know. I just need to keep posting more because I feel like there's not a lot of cheer podcasts.
Yeah, there isn't. I was like, dude, a cheer podcast would be so sick.
I
It'd
so
be
I'm
so
trying to get
sick.
there before anyone else does. But gosh, it's hard.
Yeah, for sure. I feel you. Just keep grinding. Don't give up.
Hey, that's right. That's what I like to hear.
For sure. You can do it. I know you can do it. Especially if you're motivated and dedicated like that.
Yeah, facts,
Yeah,
facts, facts.
for sure.
I know you can do the thing that's coming up, which I'm excited for you.
You said what?
I said I'm excited for your thing that's coming up, and I know you can do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah,
Make it work.
you got it. You can make it work. Well, hopefully I'll see you in Daytona. If not, I'll see you again soon. Maybe next year at
Yeah.
UCA because I'm coming back for 2P. to compete again.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, or maybe this summer. Who knows? I'm doing NCA staff, so I might be around.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Okay, but sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Sounds good.
I appreciate it. Thank
Well,
you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.
You're the best ever.
Don't boost me too much. All right, you take it easy.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye.